Our natural world bursts with beauty. Mother Nature has crafted every ecosystem on the planet in stunning, meticulous detail. Like here along the Trinity River, baby alligators rest in the shallows shaded by water hickory. Migratory birds float about in search of minnows and insects. From the tallest tree to the tiniest bug, she creates truly magical places.
You're at the Trinity River National Wildlife Refuge in Liberty County, Texas. It is a 30,000-acre national wildlife refuge. We have snakes and we have insects and we have mammals and bobcats and coyotes and everything. I started this wildlife refuge as the first refuge manager in 1994 with 4,000 acres, and now it's 30,000.
Stuart Marcus has worked at nature preserves like this one for more than 4 decades. And after rising through the ranks of the conservation world, one day he realized his passion had been poisoned by what he calls the P's.
I was kind of getting tired of dealing with all the P's, you know, people, phones, problems, paperwork, poachers, and of course, politicians.
But just when office life was starting to bug him, a tiny bit of inspiration flew through the air and caught the attention of this biologist turned administrator.
When I got into the new office, we had all these security lights around the building, and I'd show up at work early in the morning and there were all these moths. It's like, wow, you know, this is kind of neat. I've been doing so much work in the administrative end. I wanted to do something biological, you know, that's what I got my degree in. So, you know, I'm going to do something. I'm going to start taking pictures of these and get on the internet and see how it's done, and that's exactly what I did, and it has grown since then.
Stuart has photographed over 900 moths, but with a statewide total of about 4,000 unique species, he's got a long way to go. But there's no better way to discover these incredible insects than what he calls Moth Night Out.
Welcome to our annual Moth Night Out here at the Trinity River Wildlife Refuge.
With the help of fellow biologist Lori Gonzalez.
Lights off! Tonight, I'm only going to talk about light pollution.
Moth Night Out shows people another side to these misunderstood creatures.
So Stuart, what is all of this?
Well, these are the moth sheets and lights that we use to set up to attract an assortment of moths and other bugs. I've taken pictures of moths that people have never seen. I've taken some that people haven't seen in many years, and a lot that have never been documented for Texas yet. Everybody talks about butterflies, how beautiful butterflies are, and I show some of the ugly ones, but I show a lot of the beautiful ones, and people say, that's a moth? Yes, that's not a butterfly, that's a moth. The first couple of years, you know, we only had 8, 10, 12 people show up. And then people started getting interested in it. I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, we got like 40 or 50 people show up, and we couldn't even get them all in the room. The funniest thing about that is a reporter stood up and looked around and said, don't you folks have anything better to do at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night or whatever? You know, because there are all these people, you know, so that's been the running joke, is that now people are showing up and we get kids and stuff, and it's just really kind of neat to, you know, see their interest.
In the dark of the night, with the moon hanging heavy overhead, bathed in a neon glow, it's easy to see just how unique the moth world is. Each one has a different look and shape, with tones of variation in color and style. And clustered around these white sheets, with stars dotting overhead, Stuart Marcus shares his love for the creepy crawlies that captured his heart.
What started off as a curiosity years ago became a passion, and now, as we like to joke, it's an obsession.
Shoot that spittlebug.
Okay, shoot that spittlebug. As long as I can still get down on my knees and get back up, getting down's not the problem, it's getting back up, I will continue to do this. It's a fun thing to do. I've seen all colors out here. I've seen white, green, blue, orange, black. Sometimes I just sit there and I'm going through my pictures and you hear the coyotes howling, or you hear the frogs chirping, or you hear a bird that flies over at night or something, you see a bat come by. You know, it's just, some of it is just, it's good for your blood pressure and just a relaxing sort of thing.
I love that story.
Me too, and we've got plenty more where that came from.
Just click on the subscribe button and keep traveling with us.